it going, guys? Eddie Gray here. So glad to be here with you today. Today we're talking about pre-fader, post-fader, post-pan. What's the difference? Why do we have these options available to us when we're inside of our DAW? Well, let's go ahead and check it out. I want to be completely clear about this, so we're going to keep it as easy as possible, all right? So inside of your bus, you'll notice that you have three options for most DAWs: post-pan, which is default, post-fader, and then pre-fader. Now, the way I like to think of post-pan, which is default, is that let's say I have a delay instantiated, right? I get the bus, send it over, and now we can hear delay in our signals. Sounds something like this. Well, anywhere that I take that delay, anywhere that I pan it, that delay goes with it. For example, okay, but that is not the case with the rest of the options. Okay, for example, if I then click and hold or click one time and then go into post fader, you notice that the behavior is a little bit different. Check it out. I'm going to press play. I'm going to pan over to the left, but the delay this time will stay where it is. It's going to sit where it currently is. Check it out. The delay is not moving, is not being affected by the panoramic knob. And so the very first thing I want to say is when you want to control the effects with the source sound, now, of course, talking about the bus and the send effects, then you want to use the default post pan. So you've got your drums, you've got percussion, and you want the delay to come with the signal as you pan it, choose post pan. If you want to have the original source sound and the effects in different positions, then because we're using post fader, this is not affecting the pan, so you can have the original source audio coming in fully, right? And then you can still have control of where the effects sits in the panoramic field. So again, we'll choose post fader. I will have the drums pan to the left, and I will move the delay over to the right channel. Talk about having full control over your mix. And this isn't even bringing up the fact that we can control click and use stereo pan and balance. And so this is really great, right? So when I think of post fader, the way I like to remember it is you can use this in such a way where this is really good for separating the source sound and the effects send. So it's a really easy, digestible way of thinking about this, right? Good for separating the source sound and the effects send. Pre-fader, on the other hand, as you can see here in my notes, is sent out before the volume fader. So any volume changes made on the fader are not necessarily reflected in the send. So the way I like to think about pre-fader in a kind of bite-sized catchphrase is good to get more of the effects. We want to get more of the effects. So here we'll go to pre-fader. I'll drop down the volume and you're still going to hear the delay in the back. Check it out. So when we started, originally we had both the dry and the wet playing together. As I brought down the volume fader, we just heard the wet. So when you want to get more of the effects, it's really good to use pre-fader. You want more of the effects, less of the original dry sound. And why would you want this? Well, you want to think about backup vocals. You want to think about creating ambiance. You want to think about creating a different texture. It's a really nice resource for you right here. All right, team. Well, look, thank you very much for watching. As always, we're providing content like this every single day. If you love the channel, go ahead and support us. We are all about you, your growth, your progress, your development, and ultimately you monetizing your music. We want you to win, guys. Have a great week. We'll catch you on the next one. Keep your frequency high.